Hello everyone, welcome to a new chapter, The Brilliant History of Yunnan. In this chapter, we will take a historical journey back to Yunnan's past. At the very beginning of this chapter, let's go back to Yunnan millions of years ago. How can we go back to such an early age? Please look at the key word for the focus today, fossil. Yes, fossils are the best way to take us back to the past. They're the best storytellers of the past. Let's go to read the fossil stories of Yunnan. In China, Yunnan is known as the cradle of early living beings. Lots of precious fossils were discovered, and precious fossil sites have become impressive attractions for visitors to learn about the mysterious primitive ages. They are also a paradise for the research of scholars and the popularization of science. The first important fossil site in Yunnan is Maotian Mountain. Where is it? It is located in the southeast of Chengjiang County in Yuxi City, which is about 60 kilometers from Kunming City. Since the mountain is shaped like a big hat, it was named Maotian Mountain, which means a hat-shaped mountain. The discovery of the fossils here is regarded as one of the greatest scientific discoveries in the 20th century due to their significant value for the research of early living beings' evolution. Sounds surprising, right? What kinds of fossils were discovered here? Let's have a look. In 1984, a Chinese paleontologist, Hou Xianguang, found some fossils of primitive creatures in Maotian Mountain near Fuxian Lake. After his studies, the fauna fossils unearthed in Maotian Mountain were proved to be the precious fossils of early living beings from the Cambrian period of 530 million years ago. In the fauna fossils, traces of varied early living beings remained intact, hence offering scientists the possibility of doing further research on the great evolution of life in the Cambrian period. All the intact organisms of early living beings in fossils are so clear that paleontologists could figure out many details of life evolution of 530 million years ago. After China declared the news to the public, the World Paleontological Circle was shocked. After international paleontologists read Hou Xianguang's research paper, they reached an agreement that the fossils here were the greatest treasure for the study of the great eruption of life in the Cambrian period, because the discovery provided enough intact fossils to understand the evolution of early living beings. In 1991, the New York Times defined the fossils here as one of the greatest discoveries in the 20th century. What makes these fossil discoveries so influential in the world? Let's find the answer together. The most influential work in paleontology is the book The Origin of Species by Charles Darwin, a great British biologist. The evolutionary theory was proposed in this book, and this theory became the foundation for biological studies. In 1859, Darwin predicted that if there was a challenge for his theory, it would probably come from the sudden occurrence of different species in the Cambrian period. However, there was no concrete fossil to prove the great eruption of early life in the Cambrian period. Darwin was confused by this issue until his death. During the following century, many paleontologists looked for evidence for this point. Surprisingly, 2 fossil sites were discovered as evidence for living beings in the Cambrian period. The first was the fossil site in Burgess in Canada, which was discovered in 1909. The second was the fossil site in Ediacara in Australia, which was discovered in 1946. However, there was still not a fossil discovery which connected the two discoveries to form a chain. Finally, the fossil discovery in Maotian Mountain in Yunnan filled in the gap to finish the fossil chain to powerfully support that great eruption of early life in the Cambrian period did exist. That is why the fossil site in Maotian Mountain made such a great sensation in the international paleontological circle. Together with the fossils in Ediacara, Australia, and Burgess, Canada, the fossil discovery here is known as one of the three wonders of early organic evolution in the world. Maotian Mountain is not only the paleontological research base of the Chinese Academy of Science, but also a tourist attraction for science popularization. The Museum of Paleontology has been constructed here and open to the public. The entire museum was designed in the shape of an extinct Cambrian creature and looks quite amazing. In the museum, abundant modern technologies were applied to reconstruct the ancient ocean and early living beings from 530 million years ago. Visitors can see strange ocean creatures displayed in lifelike manner. Various exhibits of fossils can help you understand how they lived and how they evolved. It is the revival of the amazing Cambrian period in Yunnan. Maotian Mountain was recognized as a national geopark by the Chinese government in 2001. Furthermore, it was put on the list of the World Geological Heritage by UNESCO in 2012. It was also the first World Natural Heritage into fossil category in China. We are proud of the valuable fossils here. We are proud of the efforts and achievements of generations of paleontologists in China. It is due to their diligence and patience that has resulted in the progress of humans' understanding of nature. At present, many paleontologists are studying the fossils here. Their hard work will certainly bring more stories to the Paleontology Museum and help us to understand the history of living beings. Okay, this is the first influential fossil site in Yunnan. It is also the first brilliant page in the history of Yunnan. When I explained the features for tourism culture in Yunnan, I have mentioned that the brilliant history acts as the source for different kinds of tourism attractions in Yunnan. The fossil site is a good example for fossil-based tourist attraction. Next time, I will show you one more significant fossil-based tourist attraction in Yunnan. Okay? That's all for today. See you next time. 这节课中涉及的相关词汇，同学们请看这里哦。